Hi everyone, Lord Crew here and welcome to my channel. So good news guys, the topic for today is about the chip control war. So without further guys, let's proceed. So as you can see, I managed to create a chip control war. Uh, I never call it budget because in my terms, budget if the deck are comprises of core, welcome, and divine order without other expansion card. And the main reason for that one means I just have like to play a lot to earn more packs, especially on core by leveling up and during weekend rank as a weekend reward, and then based on that managed to gather a lot of divine orders and core cards, and that's are applicable for the free to play player. But what I'm build now is the main reason why I call it cheap rather than budget deck or for free to play players, because based on my experience playing Control War, you really need the some of the other expansion card like the Genesis cards and even Trial of the God. Based on my experience, without some of those cards, the play style will not be like the same play style how you play the real Control War. So I tried like to manage to replace some of those expensive card, but still you still need have to purchase some. But FYI, it's cheap. You can like use your God's token to purchase those cards, and it's not that expensive compared with like a demo gorgon and such. So as you can notice, the estimated price is 0.0783, and if we compare that one in a full like in a real control board wipe deck, so this is like my another version of control board wipe deck, a control war deck. As you can notice, the price is 1.3, and FYI, I do not have magic missile. Magic missile is currently, as you can notice, it's 0.18, like 0. Almost zero point 0.2 in Ethereum prices. So if we added that one on the prices here, I use Blade of Stick. If we added that one, it will become now more than 1.58. And the one that I created, FYI, is 0.783. Now my another version is 0.76, and that's why I call it this is like cheap. And the good thing is how you play this one is almost similar in playing the real control war deck that I use. Okay, so now the next part will be now the deck composition. If you notice, the deck composition is like typical control board wipe. If we compare that one with the real control war, uh, majority of the creature are like to have like the ability with same with Hector. And that's like you must have like blitz, you must have plank, you must have protect, you must like leech, you must have frontline. And majority of your creature has those kinds of ability. As you can notice, where do you get protect for your Hector? Master Tactician and OD. Where do you get your leech? You will get that from Ravenous and Demogorgon. Where do you get your frontline? From Pyramid Warden and Grand Hall. Where do you get your twin strike and blitz? You can get the blitz from Orcish Elite and twin strike, tavern brawler for blitz, and even like Ravenous for the blitz and leech. So that's like one of the main reason why the deck composition of creature here are like in this way. Now the next thing is the control war has like 4 cards that do AOE. They have this carnage sweep, and the good thing is if you have weapons, you can like do a literally destroy all, like a board clear, and even a soul survivor. It deals massive damage AOE. So if you, and that's like another part of an AO here, like literally how to board control or control your opponent or wipe out your opponent board. So what will be like the combo for the Carnage Whip? They have like 2 magic missile. Mine, I use a Blade of Stick, and they use Leviathan Hunter here because a Leviathan can equip a weapon, and you can use that weapon to do a Carnage Whip, especially in turn 6, an emergency board wipe. You can do Leviathan and Carnage Whip. Second thing is some are like they have like uh, uh, relic remover. So this is like the typical war control. But now if you check my deck composition, my cheap version, I just replace the Master Tactician with Raid Revealer. I replaced the Pyramid Warden with Warmonger Smith, and the rest are like the same. I don't have like Hirtakus. I replaced by Einar, and Einar it's very cheap. It's less than $10. Uh, and that's it. I have like strength in numbers. I don't have Demogorgon, and in my version here, it has two strength in numbers. Now this is like the mention why I cannot say budget, because you really need to buy for, in my perspective, buy at least one of this card. Out of Misery, Leviathan Hunter, and Strength in Numbers. Live Out of Misery is very powerful combo with the God Valka's Presence, God Power, and it draw you a card, like it thins your deck, and it gives you a +3/+3. Imagine you will have like a 6/5 OD, or a 6/9 Orcish Elite, or even a 9/9 Hector, or even like a 6/7 Ravenous with Leech. This literally turn the table, especially if you manage to catch Out of Misery. Second thing is Leviathan. For me, it's very important because it's a weapon producer, good for Carnage Whip combo, especially in turn 6, because sometimes people are smart. If you play a weapon and they know it will be turn 5, your opponent might have the opportunity to remove your relic. So now you can like hold your Leviathan, and do a Carnage Whip. And also not that one, also you can use Leviathan with the Soul Survivor combo in turn 7 to do deals 5 damage AoE, because there are times like you've been overrun by your opponent and it's turn 7, or you have like 6 casting, 6 mana, you have like one extra one, you can like play Leviathan and then Soul Survivor, or play Leviathan or Carnage Sweep. That's the main reason why, for me, I believe this must have one. It's okay. Two will be great. Same with House of Misery. The next thing is Strength in Numbers. Usually in my past experience placing Strength in War, this is my replacement for Avatar of War. And as you can notice, I don't have Avatar of War. Strength in Numbers is the best choice for, especially for in-game. It will add you 4 additional war creature, and it will be like buff, like +2/+2. So this is like a good card. FYI, when playing this one, make sure you only have like 4 cards in hand before you end turn. So if you're planning to play Strength in Numbers next turn, you make sure you cast a lot of spell now, and make sure you have like 4 cards in hand. So in next turn, you will have 5. If you cast Strength in Numbers, you will have like 8 total. Because technically, if you cast Strength in Numbers, because there's no such thing as 0 casting cost, or you might never play anything, so you're gonna wait for another turn. And always play Strength in Numbers if you're ahead of the board. Don't play this one if your opponent, for example, they cast 5 creatures. Don't cast Strength in Numbers, because technically you'll be uh, uh, out of mismatch in terms of board control. He can literally attack all those creatures and kill you. So make sure you cast Strength in Numbers if you are ahead of the board. And if, for example, your opponent did not play anything, he's just like do God's Power and enter, then opportunity for you to play Strength in Numbers. Okay, just be cautious on playing that one. So this is like must I have. That's why must have cards I mentioned here. Out of Misery, Leviathan, Strength in Numbers, you can have like a 1 or 2. And as you can notice, I replaced those key cards, Einar with for the Hirtakrus. I have like Ravenous Chimera. You can add Doc V Pillager if you like, just like to support health for Leech, because currently I only have like 2 Ravenous Chimera here. Means I have like only 2 copies for Hector to have Leech, and Hector are very strong in late game, especially if you're like running out of HP. Hector might save you because he can do a twin strike, double attack, means he may gain more health. Okay, with Leech. So you can like add. So in my here in so as you can notice, this is Control War. If I replace one of the Strength in Numbers with Enduring Shield, that will be like this deck, and it's already called now mid range. So technically, what happened? Control deck are if your deck has more than 7 casting costs and above. If you have like 7 casting costs to at least 2 and below, that's already considered mid range. Aggro means you have lots of like small casting costs, 1, 2, and 3, and that's like technically considered an aggro. But mid range, if you have more 6 casting costs and below, that's mid range. If you have more than 7 casting costs, that's control, and that's what happened here. Mid-range, I just remove one strength and number, added secondary enduring shield. It's now called mid-range. But if I add one strength in numbers and less than one enduring shield, it's considered now a control war. Okay, so now, how to play this one? Very simple. Do a board control. Try to keep up your weapons and use uh, uh, sometimes use weapon to control the board, and sometimes you have to save at least one weapon for your carnage sweep. Make sure in turn 6, you must be ahead of the board, and if anything goes wrong, you can use Soul Survivor. So as long as you have like a one creature on the game. Now playing against Control War, be careful, be anxious about their weapon. If they have a weapon and they're not using it, it means like they have a carnage whip in hand and they're trying to save it. So your best option is to destroy that as soon as possible. Second, if your opponent, if that next turn it will be like 6 casting costs, try to board wipe your opponent, kill all your opponent creature, because who knows, he might have like a soul survivor. If you let one of his minion alive, like let's say a 2/2 on turn 5.5, means on in his turn, if you notice, he has like extra mana, he might cast Soul Survivor and deals 5 damage to all of your creature. So be careful on that, and that's also a good play style. If you want like to do, make sure you can like you cast OD or Raid Revealer on turn 5.5 and hope play that survive. If that survives, then it's that your opportunity to do that uh the Soul Survivor. Strength in numbers, very good at end game. Out of misery, play out of misery if you have like, especially if you have like a Valka's presence. Now for the God power, it depends on like my opponent. But as if you notice, if my opponent is magic, death and deception, I use God Slayer. I always use God Slayer. Why? Because their God power is deals one or destroy one health creature or deals one damage. That means like every time I do a Valka's present, he will just use his God power to kill it and he will gain favor. Okay? That's the main reason why. That's my logic about it. And I always go for the Slayer, even though I'm not sure if he's a zombie or not. But Slayer are so powerful versus control like magic and death, because like it's a limited to damage. Now, every time I play with nature, war, and light, I always go for Balka's present, because especially for Balka's present, it's good with combo with out of misery, and sometimes aggro they select Selena's mark. That random deals one damage. That is random, because if you have like cast Balka's present, hope that it hit that 1/1 creature, and because that's randomness, especially if they use canopy lightning strike, if you summon a 1/1, it will like lower their chance to hit your creature, right? So the more creature, the lower the chance to hit. That's the downside of playing nature. So for the mid-range version, if you can like have one strength in numbers, you can like literally take up with other cards. For example, you can remove my Auric Rush here, added Iron Tooth or additional Knock V Pillager for Leech, or other tech cards that might require you to help you bring. You can like remove enduring shield, and that's the main purpose of this one. This is like a cheap version. If you're getting more expensive, you can like have Einar and Hertacrus on your same deck. It's okay. But this is like the cheapest that I could like build on this deck. Some people play Call of Arms, and you can like replace Auric Rush with Call of Arms, or replace two of my enduring shield with Call of Arms, as long as you have like Leviathan, two Leviathan, and Blade of Six. So the rule of thumb, you must at least have like 4 weapons. Okay, at least 4 weapons for your Carnage Sweep. Okay, that's it. So next will be playtest. So kindly please keep watching.
Good murderous morning.
another
Look,
from the
this
Finger
is going
team.
to be tough. So just try your best. Get ready.
So first turn, so we get the value of Warmonger's Mate. So if we attack this one, we can like kill it with the weapon next turn.
Ah,
So he's using a Slayer instead of. So the good thing is we still have a lot of mana. We can like have a strength in numbers. That's a very expensive 900. Jason prices went down.
at last.
So we're doing the board control as much as possible. Oh, that's a nice weapon.
My turn.
You can play this one. At least one will survive.
Let's not be hasty.
Because it can deals 2 damage. So if attack deals 2 here, or attack deals 2 here, or 2 here. So technically, good for us.
To arms. That is not possible. Let's see how they respond. It's that time again.
So the good thing is, if this survive, we can make this for damage AoE. We'll see, so survive. If you try to focus on this one, attack. That's good for us.
At last. Stand around. I can't do that. I've given my orders. Some
That's one. So you have to kill one before he get one of those favor. You need 17. Hold on, baby. Oh. So next time we can do strength in numbers. Okay, strength in numbers.
It's that time again.
He gave me an opportunity. to
Let
do
them
it.
squirm for a while. I'm going to enjoy this. Ah. That's
If he has Soul
enough for now.
Survivor, he wins. We cannot kill that one. We have like one turn rest. I don't know if why he's delaying. So probably he's thinking. But if he has Soul Survivor, he already win. We can like attack this one. Probably. Okay, good for us. We can attack with Blitz.
To arms. Let's not be hasty. Play your cards right and I'll make it quick. If it breathes, it bleeds. At last. Well, that was amusing. I like where this is going.
So we're like trying to win. But the problem is every time we cast something, we're having issue. Good for us. We can like play.
My turn. That is not possible. I think you'll find me a merciless victor. It's that time again. I've given my orders.
If he cuts another thing, guys, we have like a protect. I see do a carnage sweep next turn. I think we're gonna win. He has no chance of winning, guys.
Get ready.
Hey, what happened? Uh, so nice win, guys.
1,000 battles, 1,000 victories.
So we have like bad draw, but let's see if we're gonna win. I always go for this Slayer for Deception.
Get ready.
We cannot play this one. We can save it.
Best of luck.
So we're literally in bad shape. If we only last time with versus
I can't do that.
Hmm.
To arms.
Hmm.
better to kill that one than this one. That has sleep. Good thing is we can kill this one next time. Unless he hide it. If he hide it,
To arms.
sound good.
So we can play enduring.
To arms.
That's the main reason why
For my
I like
next trick,
Ignore.
I'll make you
It's really good for
disappear.
deception. So anything that he's hidden, he can still attack.
At last.
If he did not play anything, we will go for strength in numbers. Go for strength in numbers.
My turn.
We can get this one. Or this one. Or we go for here. Let's go for the damage.
Hmm.
You can kill. Oh, that's nasty. We will not allow him to get it.
At last.
We will not allow him to pickpocket either strength in numbers or Hector.
My turn.
A savage, masquerading as a god.
That's enough for now.
Hmm.
Hide it.
Get ready.
Finally, a challenge.
So if you frenzy at the end of your turn, give +1 to each of your other creatures.
My turn.
GG. we go for
Get ready.
Best of
our
luck.
first player will not play this one. Or we can like yeah, we're gonna go. So I'm not quite sure. Maybe he's a board wipe deck because he's using a blood ritual. But every time I play as a war control, I always go for Slayer because of hoping if my opponent is board wipe deck, I have like a we can like attack. We should be become aggressive here. So this is strong. We can like play this next turn. So we have like more damage. I was like thinking to consume the mana attack.
My turn.
This is 5 mana, 5 damage next turn. Uncontested. And the thing is he has 7 health. It means like if he do a sulfuric, I can like deal more damage. We can play this one a little bit late because this is God Blitz. We can like attack. We can go for raid Reveler. Can deal 10 damage next turn. Or probably 15 damage with weapon.
Get ready.
He played Kopesh. So that will be nice.
That is not
So board wipe deck, aggro it as fast and use God Power Slayer. That's the main reason why I always prefer that one. And this deals 5 damage. You can like sleep, but next turn it deals 5 damage with the God Power. That's nice. That's a mistake. He has no way now to kill it. Gain 1 life.
It's that time again.
So Valka's presence. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, kindly please subscribe and like. And if you have like question or suggestion, kindly please leave me a comment. And see you next time. And thank you for watching.
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out.